Today my motivational speech topic is on the A21 campaign. The A21 campaign is a non-profit organization that works to fight against human trafficking, with the goal that one day this modern-day slavery will be non-existent. It all started with a female evangelist and motivational speaker. In 2007, as she walked through an airport in Greece, she kept seeing posters for missing girls. She was rather stunned at all of these who were missing. Once she looked into it, she realized that these girls were victims of human trafficking. She couldn't believe that it was actually such a common thing, and she wanted to do something about it. She knew that it had to be stopped. Christine Kane and her husband started the A21 campaign in 2008. The name A21 means the abolitionists of the 21st century, because overall that is the goal of this organization. Christine Kane started A21 because she wanted to make a difference, and she lives for the day when this modern-day slavery is no more. You may be wondering what A21 has to do with you, because there is no such thing as human trafficking around you and where you live, right? Wrong. Human trafficking takes place all over the world, and you would be surprised at how close it may actually be. You have the chance with A21 to raise awareness for it and to be a part of an organization that works to put an end to it. Today I will show you the need for your help, what the organization has to offer, and how you can become the one that makes a difference. Now I will tell you why we need your help. According to CNN.com, there are about 10 million to 30 million slaves in the world today. And the United Nations Office of Drugs and Crime states that 79% of human trafficking is sexual exploitation. However, the A21 website tells us that only 1% are ever actually rescued. A21 also claims that there are more slaves today in the world than ever before in history. We as humans should have enough compassion for these helpless victims to want to do something to stop these evil people from taking advantage of the next person. No one deserves to be taken out onto the streets, sexually exploited, abused, and sold. Human trafficking is an unfair and evil thing. It needs to be stopped. A21.org says that human trafficking is the fastest growing criminal activity in the world today. It produces more than $150 billion per year. With the help of people donating to A21 or getting involved, they can produce more signs to inform people about this activity, they can rescue more victims, they can provide them housing or the help that they need to get back on their feet, and so much more. There's a story on A21's website of a little girl named Eve. Whenever Eve was just 3 years old, she was taken out into the streets of Thailand. The streets were lined with brothels. They dressed Eve in skimpy clothing, heels, and makeup, and made her dance. Every single night there she would be out on the streets dancing. She would grow tired, but they would keep drugs and her cup of juice that would keep her going. By the time she was 4, the money that she made dancing was to help to pay her own family's bills. A certain video of Eve dancing in a bathing suit became popular among these pedophiles and eventually started circulating on the internet. This video is how A21 was able to get involved. Whenever they went to Eve, she was in really bad shape. She had been abused, she was physically worn, and very malnourished. All the drugs that they had in her system had her really messed up. A21 was able to intervene. They worked with a local law enforcement and were able to rescue Eve. She is now a happy and healthy 7-year-old living in freedom. There are many other people, not just children, that are living like this, and they too deserve to be set free. So you may be asking, what can I do? I'm urging you to become a part of the A21 campaign. There are 14 different locations that A21 operates in, such as London, Spain, Barcelona, Australia, the United States, and many others. There are many options that you have to become involved with A21. Of course, you can donate. However, there are more options for getting involved. On the A21 website, there are many sources talking about other things that A21 does. If you go on their website, you will see that you can become a part of what is called an A-team. By joining A-teams, you are able to fundraise, educate others, take part in local activities to spread awareness about human trafficking and many others. A-teams gives people an opportunity to get involved and take action. Even though the thought of slavery or human trafficking may seem so unreal, may be very hard to understand, the harsh reality is that human trafficking is very real. Human trafficking does not just only happen in poor countries. It is happening right here in the United States. Every day a young person is being deceived by these shady people and becoming a victim of human trafficking. Sex traffickers lure people in by strategies such as guaranteeing a good job or a relationship. However, some are more forceful and obtain control over the victim in order to take them. If you log on to a21.org, you can find which option, whether it be donating or joining an A team, is best for you. The story of the little girl Eve is just one of many thanks to A21. The A21 campaign works so hard to help people and do whatever they can to try and stop this. Whenever you become a part of A21's organization, you become a part of someone's story of freedom. Becoming involved with the A21 campaign is a decision that can not only help you inform others of the dangers of human trafficking, but also to make it possible for victims to be rescued and live a life of freedom. You have heard of the need and ways that you can help. Now visualize with me. By partnering with the A21 campaign, you can know that the donations that your donations are going to a good cause. Your donations will help get the word out, educate people about this topic, and even rescue and save victims that have been living under horrible conditions, being sexually exploited and abused. You can help make the difference in someone's life. If you do not help, then who will? Without A21, these pedophiles will continue to get away with these heinous crimes, and the poor victims will never have a chance at freedom. So in closing, in response to the overwhelming amount of people living in slavery today, we should take part in A21 to put an end to human trafficking. Log on to a21.org and click on Give Now. From here, you will be able to make a one-time donation of the amount of your choice, or you can select a monthly amount to give. Whether you want to give a one-time donation or monthly, I urge you to become involved with this organization. By donating or becoming involved, your help and your efforts will be appreciated. Christine Caine said, when a lot of people do a little, it adds up to make a difference. So why not be one person to do a little, and you might just save someone's life.